Listen, when you're down and out, there's one thing you can do. Turn on your radio, 'cause Tanisha has a word for you. When you're down and out, there's one thing you can do. Turn on your radio, 'cause Tanisha has a word just for you. And it's trusting Him, believing Him. He'll never let you down. Oh, just trust in Him. Oh, believe in Him. He'll always be around. Oh.
Welcome to Inspirational Moments. I'm your host, Tanisha, and I'm really excited that you guys decided to join me today. I have an awesome show lined up for you today, but before we always start our show, we always like to start with a word of prayer. So, Lord, I just thank you and I praise you for today. I thank you and praise you for the opportunity to speak to hearts of listeners all around the world. I ask that you would speak through me as well as the guests on the show so that we would impact the hearts of listeners. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, I hope you guys have had an awesome week this week. If you didn't, just know right now you have something to be thankful for. God did wake you up this morning, and so that's the first thing, because He didn't have to wake you up. So He woke you up, and He woke you up with purpose. So today, if you don't know what your purpose is, I encourage you to ask God, what is my purpose, Lord? Why am I here? He didn't create you just to sit still, sit on the couch, watch the TV, and be a couch potato. He gave you a purpose. So your purpose may be a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister, or a friend. So whatever your purpose is, try to tap into it and find out what it is on today. I have an awesome show lined up for you today. We have a great guest, and so I'm going to go ahead and introduce my guest to you guys today. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. I am so glad that you decided to be a part of our show on today. So I want you to go ahead and tell the viewers who you are and where they can find you.
All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy j-hen. You can find me on www.j-hen.com. That's j-hen.com. And you'll find everything from there on my Twitter, Instagram, shows, updates, anything like that. So.
Well, I had a chance to listen to your latest project, and it is amazing. I mean,
Thanks.
It's called Envision,
Yeah.
and so I wanted you to tell the listeners about the new project and then how you came up with it.
Okay. Well, it took about 3.5 years to create. It's a very long process. We had a lot of people that helped work on the project, and it's a very it's a lot of stories. It's a lot of life experiences that I went through for about 3.5 years of life experiences that happened to me, and it's all compiled into one album.
Right.
And basically, we put it together, and it took a lot of money, a lot of heartache, a lot of setbacks, but finally got it done. It came together, and very proud of it.
Well, I congratulate you on that, because I know a lot of artists have that hard time and that setback, and so that's why we're having a show, so they can see, when you put your dedication and your hard work first, and you do your passion and the gift that God gave you, that He can really use you.
Right.
And so I'm just glad that you decided to keep going with that project. I guess tell me about one of the songs that's on there, and how I guess it would relate to one of the listeners that's out there if they're going through something.
There's quite a few, actually. I try to make a lot of the songs relate to a lot of people, but there's one called Glass Heart, as a matter of fact. Glass Heart is a song where I know there's a lot of females out there that have been, hurt by several different guys, and a lot of guys might tell you the same old things over and over again.
Right.
Whereas, and it's kind of like, I've heard that before, or you're not telling me anything that the last guy haven't told me, But this song is basically saying that, I'll be careful with your glass heart. I know it's fragile. I know you've been hurt before, but I'm here to tell you, hey, I'm different from everybody else. Let me show you rather than tell you.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
sweet.
so.
I think you girls will love that song right there. So, but I mean, that's good. I'm glad to be able to hear that, because most of the songs that we're hearing now with this generation is they're hearing from some of the artists how to degrade women and how to take advantage of women and be manipulative. And so, just to find an artist that has passion and a foundation, to be able to show good morals and values when it
Right.
comes to certain issues like that, being fragile with a girl's heart. I think that that's something special. So, I guess one of the questions would be, who was, I guess, your inspiration for as music when you were growing up?
Oh wow. I definitely had a lot of those. I would say, Michael Jackson, James Brown, Usher, Chris Brown. I mean, there's a lot of people that I really was influenced by, and from all different kinds of genres of music. And like I said, I do everything from write and produce. I write for male and female, so it's just a lot of I listen to Timbaland and Pharrell and Kanye and growing up. All these guys that are out there right now. They've been a big influence on me and my music, and just the way I put things together, and I
Okay.
just kind of make it my own. So.
Okay. So I guess if there's a viewer out there and, they're having some issues with trying to do things with their music, what would be something, I guess, knowing that you've already achieved some of the things that you had hardship with, what would you say to them?
Definitely, number one top priority, I would definitely say keep God first. Definitely. And, always seek Him, because, He'll give you the answer. And I know, He'll definitely give you the answers, and put you on the right path. And definitely just, keep at it. Don't ever give up. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't do it. Or you're not going to make it, or whatever the case may be. I really think that if you just keep pushing towards your goal, to help you
Right.
get to where you need to get to.
Well, we'll be right back with j-hen in a few minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
What inspired you to come up with Dance on Your Body?
um, it's pretty interesting. I mean, a lot of the times you go out and you have fun, and you dance with you know you dance with people in the clubs, and that's just kind of what you do. That song came from that. The video was kind of, I guess a lot of artists can relate to the fact you have to improvise sometimes, when, things don't go right. I know some people might say the video doesn't go exactly with the song, but sometimes you just, like I said, you got to work with what you have. So
Right.
we decided to just make it fun, and just, there is some dancing in the video, but, we just want to show a fun house party that, people dancing and having a good time and stuff like that. So that's kind of what, we put together.
Well, the reason why I started Inspirational Moments Extreme is because I wanted to have artists on the show that could reach this generation. Because most of the traditional people have most religion has traditional values. And so our kids nowadays are not with the traditional values and things that I grew up with.
Right.
And so if they're listening to Beyonce and Lil Wayne, I believe God gave you a gift. And so He said in the Bible, your gift will make room for you. And so I believe that you have to be able to reach this generation with everything that they've been given already. And so I just want to speak to the viewers that's out there. J-hen, I've met him. He's an awesome guy. He has a great family. He has a great foundation that was included with God. And so when you're watching artists on TV and you're seeing people on TV, you can't judge a book by its cover, because you really don't know what's inside the book. And everyone has a story. And so I believe that's why God gives artists like j-hen a platform, so He can speak through the artist, to speak to your hearts and be able to help you be able to see the things you need to see, or get through a situation that you're in, because that's what music is.
Right.
Music is a song and a tool that God uses sometime from your life story to be able to help someone else.
Right.
It may be a song that was somebody might have was going to commit suicide, and they hear your song and it's talking about another chance of meeting this particular person or whatever it is. But that's how God ministers through song.
Right.
And so I'm glad that you're using your gift, and I want you to not getting discouraged by what people think, because it's about what God thinks. And if He's pleased with your project and He gave you the songs, because He gave you the songs.
Right.
Don't ever let anybody tell you He didn't give them to you, because He did, and that's your job. I saw an artist, which was Sierra, and it really inspired me because she goes to Eddie Long's church, and he was telling her that basically that's her job. When she's out there performing and doing that, that's a job that God gave her.
Right.
And so Sierra is different on a personal level than when she's out there performing. And so that's what I'm trying to reach the older generation, to let them understand that just because you're doing one thing does not mean that you don't have God in your heart and you representing the kingdom.
Right.
Because I think that's where so many of our kids are getting distorted views, and so they feel like, okay, I got to be hot or cold. But really, you're not hot or cold. You just are doing one thing, which may be your job, or that you just may like certain music. You may
Right.
just want to hear. I mean, we can all go and listen to jazz or something at a restaurant, and then here it is at the same next page, somebody saying, "Oh, you can't go do that."
Right.
I mean, so who's making the rules? It's about God. And so I believe if you allow God to be first in your life and just live your life, it's about trying to live your life to be the best that you could be and living your life on purpose. So that's what I wanted to encourage you with as well, because your job is to speak to the hearts of the listeners.
Right.
And so just keep doing what you're doing and make sure that you just continue to put God first. And so we're going to go ahead and get ready to see a performance by j-hen. And so the song is represented by what he was telling you about the glass heart. And so we'll be right back with j-hen in a few minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Listen. I'll be careful with your glass heart. I know they left you in pieces and shattered in parts. Girl, I'll be careful with your loving. Girl, it's my loving. I'll never make you feel less than you are. Listen. Night and day, I know you feel all alone. I'm sorry for what he did to you, but baby, be strong. I know you got a hurt inside that's hard to get rid of, but baby, I promise we'll never break up, girl. So just let me get to know ya, come and hold ya. Never wanna make it colder. If you need me, you have my shoulder. Baby, come on and take my hand. I know that you dealt with issues, cried so many tears from all these lame dudes. I'll never do what he did to you, girl. Listen. I'll be careful with your glass heart. I know they left you in pieces and shattered in parts. Girl, I'll be careful with your loving. God is my loving. I'll never make you feel less than you are. Listen. I would do anything for you, girl. I really need you, so believe in me. I mean this with my heart and soul. Baby, till we grow old, I'll hold you down, be the man you need. Yeah. Yeah. If you need me, you have my shoulder. Take my hand. Deal with issues, cry so many tears from all these lame dudes. I'll never do what he did to you, girl. Careful with your glass heart. I left you in pieces and oh, careful with with your loving. God, he's my loving. I'll never make you feel. Listen. Girl, take my hand and we'll go away from all the hurt and pain. Girl, I promise you that things will never be the same. Listen, I'll be careful with you, yeah. Ooh, whoa, whoa, hey. Careful with your loving, cause my loving make you feel. Listen, I'll be careful with your glass heart. Let you in pieces and shattered in parts. Girl, I'll be careful with your loving, cause my loving I'll never make you feel less than you are. Ride with me, ride with me, ride with me. I'll be careful, baby, yeah. I'll be careful, babe, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to Inspirational Moments. I'm your host, Tanisha, and we are here with the artist j-hen. That was an awesome, awesome performance.
Thank you.
And
thank
so,
you.
where can, I guess, tell the listeners, I guess, about the song again. We just talked about it a few minutes ago.
All right.
But just in case somebody just tuned in.
Oh, it was a song by me called Glass Heart. It's about, a lot of girls, I know y'all been hurt before by several different guys, and, a lot of the guys, tell you the same things over and over again, what they can do and, what they want to do for you. But, it's more about showing you versus, telling you. So that's basically what the song about, saying I would be careful with your glass heart.
Well, I saw you had some moves. You did really good. So where'd you get those from? Yeah.
Those particular movies, I'm a lot of I have a lot of Michael Jackson inspiration, so you'll see a lot of that.
Okay. Well, tell the listeners, I guess, one more time where they can find you, because I want them to support you and get your new album, Envision. So tell them about where they can find you.
You can find me on www.j-hen.com. That's j-hen.com, and you'll find all my Twitter, my Instagram videos, shows, updates, pictures, everything from there.
Okay. Well, thank you again for being on Inspirational Moments. It was a good time.
For sure, for sure. You're welcome.
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to Inspirational Moments. I'm your host, Tanisha, and we have an awesome guest here today. I'm going to let her go ahead and introduce herself to you guys.
Hi, my name is Shylon Manning. I'm a model, actress, singer-songwriter from Arlington, Texas.
Okay. Well, thank you for being a part of the show on today. I'm glad that you accepted the invitation. Tell the listeners, I guess, about your new project and what you're working on.
Right now, I'm working on an album called The Awakening of Shy, and I just released my first single off of the album. It's called The Sun is Shining for Us, and we are to hear the album come out this year, 2014, so stay tuned.
All right. Awesome. And so what was the inspiration behind that song?
Behind The Sun is Shining for Us?
Yes.
Well, I was in Chicago. I had done some traveling, and I hadn't been in contact with a dear friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And one day he just contacted me, sent me a text message. He said, "The sun is shining for you,"
Mm-hmm.
and it just touched my heart. But at the same time, I was kind of going into a little bit of a dark place because I had missed him, and I had longed for his presence and everything.
Right.
So there were some other things that I had to do later on that day. So I told myself, you know what? It's okay. The sun is not just shining for me. It's shining for us. It's shining for all of us. And I need to be that sun.
Right.
So instead of allowing myself to go into a dark place, I quickly gathered myself out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of journaling, so I jotted my thoughts, my ideas down, what was going through my mind, and this came out. I'm like, this is going to be a song that's going to help other people not to get so down and to realize that the sun is shining for us.
Well, it is. And
Yeah.
you actually have that energy and that excitement and that passion when you're talking about the song. So
Uh-huh.
I just want you guys to check out her song. I mean, it is awesome. It's amazing. So I'm glad that
Thank you.
you came up with that. Because every day we should have something that inspires us and motivates us. So we do have to have music that pulls those things out. And so I know we had a radio interview on the other day, and so you had kind of talked about some things, and I wanted you to kind of re-illustrate on that and speak to a listener that's out there that may be going through some things and trying to transition into where they're supposed to be.
Yes. Well, thank God now I have some time to think about it. The last time you caught me off guard, but it's okay. You know, everybody goes through times in their life where they're trying to figure out where they're supposed to be. And, you know, what's worked for me, it may not work for everyone, but what's worked for me, which I feel will work for a lot of people, is just surrendering yourself to God. I mean, you have to, even if you're not into a specific religion and you feel that there's someone out there, there's a higher power, reach out to that power, that spiritual being, and ask them to guide you to what you need to do. But you have to really have faith and believe that they're listening, and then look out for it. I would also say that we need to take action towards whatever it is that we feel inspired to do. You know, I would say the sun is shining for you. I mean, it is. We just have to we have to be patient sometimes, and you have to have faith. Like I said, reach out to your God, whoever your God is, because I've met so many people with, you know, from different backgrounds, but reach out. They're there for a reason. You have to reach out. Just be a listener. Be a listener more than you speak. You have to. It takes a lot of quiet time. Sometimes you're put in that dark place just so you can see the light, and so that you could tell someone else how to get to the light, just like I'm doing for you right now. Right. I would say so it's okay. Just embrace where you are right now is what I would say. Even though it might seem dark, things are going to get better. They're going to get better. You have to see that they're going to get better. Mentally, no, because they will. They will. So everything's going to be all right. And yeah, that's what I like to portray in my music, you know. That's why I wrote the song, because I want people to hear a song like that and let that be my ministry to them. You know what? It's going to be all right.
Right.
So, yeah, it is.
Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we're going to hear a song from her when she comes back.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi, my name is Shylon Manning, and this song is called The Sun is Shining for Us, which means it's shining for you and me. I'm gonna smile today. I'm gonna give you all my pretty face. I'll show you that there is no other way to go. Look at the sky and see the lovely clouds are there for you and me. I know the sun is shining brilliantly for us, and I believe that we're gonna be quite alright, 'cause we dream. I firmly believe we're gonna be quite alright, 'cause we dream. And I'm going to smile today. I'm gonna give you all my pretty face. I'll show you that there is no other way, no other way to go. Like a bird. I know the sun is shining for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to Inspirational Moments. I'm your host, Tanisha, and that was an awesome, awesome performance.
Thank you so much.
I mean, every time I hear your songs and I see you perform, it's just that energy and that radiance. So you have that gift.
Thank you.
What was I going to ask? I guess when we were talking in there and you was talking to the listener that's out there who's going through some things, I kind of feel like now that they've actually had a chance to see you perform, it probably has inspired them, because most of the time we hear the songs on the radio and then once it's gone, that's it. But this is energy. And so I'm just glad that you decided to be on the show and just be a part of this today.
Thank you so much.
And so once again, tell them, I guess, where they can find your song and where they can find you as well.
Yes, I just want to tell you thank you really quick, though. Thank you so much for this opportunity. You guys can find me on Facebook at Shylon Manning fan page. You can also find me pretty much anywhere with my name. Reverb Nation, SoundCloud, Twitter, Instagram under Shylon Manning. That's SHAILAUN Manning, MANNING.
Okay. And we always like to do the invitation on the show, and I had you to do the invitation on the radio show. So I wanted you to do that once again for our listeners as well.
You did it.
So that way, it's different, it's personal, and I guess you can give your very own feeling and spin to giving the invitation to Christ.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, for those of you who are out there, you already know. I've told you a few times you have to surrender yourself to God, and I would like to invite you to do that right now. Just wherever you are, whatever you're going through right now, first thing I want you to do is smile. It's not hard to do. Smile and just produce that good feeling in yourself right now. But really just go deep into yourself and just find that love. That loving, warm place, and I think that's probably where God is in you right now, is residing in you. So go there right now and surrender to that feeling, that love, right now, and embrace it, and try to walk every day in your life with that, embracing that part of you, and I believe everything's going to be all right, but just do it, and you're going to be good. You're going to be good.
Okay. Well, thank you again for tuning in to Inspirational Moments. We'll see you again next week, and be blessed.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey. Oh. Listen, when you're down and out, there's one thing you can do. Turn on your radio, 'cause Tanisha has a word for you. When you're down and out, there's one thing you can do. Turn on your radio, 'cause Tanisha has a word just for you. And it's trusting Him, believing in Him. He'll never let you down. Just trusting